Are you coming to Livingstone, Zambia to see the Victoria Falls? That's great. But there are also some very unique cultural experiences that you should sign up for. Number one, make your own jewelry at Sishemo Studio. Sishemo, by the way, means mercy. And this is a social enterprise owned by 7 Zambian women. They make jewelry out of glass, recycled glass. They take the bottles and turn them into these gorgeous beads used in necklaces, in bracelets, in earrings, and they have their own standalone studio workshop where you can go. You can just buy a bracelet for 30 bucks or a necklace for 50 bucks and shop around, or you can actually do the whole process and make your own bracelet with them and see how they do it in a very traditional artisanal way. I have my bracelet that I bought while I was there, and I saw the whole process and it was really, really fun. But listen to what one of the women says to me about having their own shop and what it means.
When they buy, that's how we get our salaries. At the end of the month, we sit down. How much do we have? We have an account at the bank whereby we save money there. We don't keep money here. Anything can happen. So we save. So we sit like, yeah, how much do we have? Let's calculate since we are saving. So each and everyone can get 500 at the end of the month or 800. Watch us. Because this is our business. We don't work for anyone. We work on ourselves.
Number 2, go to Kubu Cafe. Now that's right in Livingstone town. When you go into the yard, make a right, go inside, and you'll find a beautiful, really nicely curated arts and crafts shop that's locally sourced. All of these things are handmade products from local women groups, social enterprises, and I mean, I can't find a better reason to do your shopping there. Please do not shop at your hotel. If you're staying at a resort, you know, like Avani, don't shop there. Like, it's all, you know, imported things. So go to Kubu Cafe, grab some souvenirs, grab some cloths and soaps and whatever hits your fancy, and you'll know that you're benefiting someone directly in Zambia. Number 3, now I don't have footage for this because we're not allowed to take photos or video inside the museum, but Livingstone Museum is a true gem. It's much bigger than it looks from the outside, and it's very cheap to get in. I can't remember, I think maybe it was $5 for international visitors, and you can take your time and go through exhibit after exhibit that starts from, you know, the first humans found in Zambia to the fight for independence. There's a lot on the flora and fauna of the country. It's just really quirky and interesting, and there's an entire section on David Livingstone, who is the Christian missionary who first spotted Victoria Falls and spread the word to the rest of the world. Now he was anti-slavery, so he's one of the good guys, and the town was named after him, Livingstone, Zambia. Number 4, take a tie-dye workshop with Pure Skills. Now, Rachel is a UK transplant. She moved to Zambia in 2012. So she's been here for a long time. She's very embedded into the community, and it feels like everyone knows her when I was going around with her around town. And she works with the women, Zambian women artisans, and not only, you know, exchanges skills and teaches them, as well as supports them by bringing visitors to them. And she also runs a studio where you can go and have a hands-on tie-dye workshop, you know, those beautiful African prints that you see. And I did a little bit of it. She was actually, unfortunately, in the middle of moving studio locations, so that's why you see it's kind of bare bones. But they still made the time for me to have a little bit of an experience, about 15-20 minutes. Super fun, super memorable. And now I know how they make some of those things. Number 5, visit Mukuni village. Now this is a traditional village. It's not some kind of cheesy tourist voyeurism kind of activity at all, which I was afraid it might be, but it's not. It's a traditional village, and it's located about a half-minute drive south of Livingstone town. The village has existed since the 19th century, and it continues to uphold its traditional lifestyle. It also depends on tourism. So it depends on showing visitors around and showing them their customs and, you know, how they live and how their huts are built, and how the community works together. A chief Mukuni is a traditional leader of the Tokalea people, who are indigenous people of Livingstone. So this is their village. And interestingly, he co-rules the village with a female leader. Yes, and she actually has more power than him because her people arrived in Livingstone prior to Chief Mukuni's. The kids, of course, put on a whole show for you when you're there. I feel a bit odd there, but it's actually fine. Tourism helps preserve culture, and if they weren't doing these cultural dances, you know, some of it would be probably forgotten or at least watered down. So it's good that they get to do it regularly. Now the cost to visit this village is like $50, which I thought was interesting, and then it turns out $5 goes to the village. Actually, the village only charges $5. And so the 45 goes to the actual tour operator or driver who takes you there and back. Our last but not least is going for dinner at Boma Restaurant. And now this is a real experience. It's all outdoors. There's meats on the grill, including local meats like crocodile. Yes, crocodile steaks marinated. But you also get a whole show from the Zambia National Dance Troupe that are based in Livingstone, and they perform different dances and in different costumes to showcase the many tribes that exist in Zambia, over 70 of them. It's a really fun time, especially if you're traveling as a group, to reserve dinner there, arrive early, ask them to save seats closer to the stage so you can get a great view. But yes, it's a really amazing glimpse of Zambian culture and its diversity. That's a wrap, folks. Thank you so much for watching. If you really enjoyed the content, make sure you subscribe, follow, give it a thumbs up. Leave me comments or questions if you have them, and I'll be happy to answer. Now you know how to infuse your trip to Livingstone, Zambia with more than just waterfalls, right? Stay tuned. My next video, I think I'll probably be talking about my career as a travel journalist. So I'm gonna go into the career track for the next video and tell you just how I managed to turn my passion for travel into an entire career. See you then.